Starting Life in Another World, Season 2, Episode number 47. And for those of you wondering, I will be starting my reaction in 1, 0, and go. And for those that are curious, yes, I'll be watching it from Crunchyroll's website. Okay, you know shit's real in Razor whenever there's no opening. Oh! Oh, no, no, no. Talk about utilizing everything you have at your disposal. He's got a point. And you know, I originally thought Garfield wasn't going to really be able to stack up much against Elsa just going off for the feats he's shown off, but never mind. Yes! Hope that did at least some significant damage. Good. Yo, that's beautiful. Oh. Jeez, and look at that. Her facial expression didn't even seem like her head being slammed into the wall even did that much damage. But then again, it is Elsa. Hopefully, though, her battles are going to be the ones that are going to be hunted this time. That'd be absolutely glorious. Yo, and the way it says Garfield Tenzo. Oh, man. It's a good point. Subaru, he needs to do his part too, but I have no doubt that Subaru is going to be able to pull it off. Aww. Well, I guess it wasn't going to be easy. She probably does. It's just that she doesn't probably care that much. Hmm. Okay, if she knows all this, then I wonder why Beatrice is just sitting there. I mean, I guess it makes sense. She does want her life to be ended. That's a great point. Just because something's written doesn't mean she has to go through with it. She should also interpret it as maybe it's blank because they'll give her a free slate to do whatever she wants. There's multiple ways of interpreting the blank pages, if you ask me on my personal opinion on that. And that's a good point because since naturally when Subaru's been in the previous loops where Beatrice has helped out Subaru, those are the situations where she's made her own choice. But those occurred in other loops, so I could see where Beatrice is coming from. Hmm. Aww. Well, hopefully Subaru can be that someone. Hopefully, Super can completely shatter that false belief right there. Hmm. And just yes. Finally, Super comes out and says it. Not that I think Beatrice is a baka, but she really needs someone to give her a figurative kick right now. So light something up in her. The thing is, though, just because you may love someone doesn't make that individual perfect. That's a good point. She is in no obligation to go through with that promise. I mean, she's waited a long ass time. Whoa. Yo, I love this gutsiness. Nothing wrong with a little bit of selfishness, though, if you ask me on my opinion on that. And that right there. Oh. Is she gonna. 30 silver! I mean, you could have at least said that he'd try or something, but I mean, I could see why he'd say that. What the? I mean, at least at this point, he ain't got. Well, let's just hope Subaru has the durability of a thing, because he's gonna need it. Huh. Alright, coming in the clutch. Aww. Poor Otto. I mean, hey, his life was saved. He has no right of complaining about the minor details, in my personal opinion. And I don't blame her for prioritizing Petra. Oh. It's a shame that there's no safe spot of putting Rem because, considering all the chaos that's happening, yeah, all the man beasts. Oh, kid. Damn, that looks similar to the man beast they took on in season one, but injected with loads of steroids. Oh, that traitorous little bitch. Okay, that just sounds pretty dang freaking creepy. Hey, I don't blame her for trying to shoot that shot. But I wonder what's her definition of plain, though. I mean, we all probably have an idea of what her definition of plain is. Alright, good. I bet she look at that girl as an assassin. I mean, Fizika's gonna have no choice, though. Sorry for the sneezing. Woof. Hey, hopefully that actually gives her. Hopefully that gives her an extra spark, or at least an extra ability upgrade in that case. Now that she has some, well, multiple things to fight for. I still love how right before the fight, Federica still gives off some nice formalities. Oh. And I just love the cinematic music right now, too. Definitely going all on in this week, though. Ray Zero staff. Okay, hopefully that means they've got some backup in that case. Or not. Fuck! I mean, I guess some deep down portion of me was thinking that they were going to have some worry just going by all the dead bats on the ground. But regardless, it's not like that information is going to do much for them now, though. One thing they can do is just persevere, continue on. Oh shit, the second trial. But now it's kind of making me one. I mean, on the positive side, at the very least, Amelia is going to should have a relatively easier time with this versus the first trial, just going off of some of the dialogue in the previous episode. Who knows? Maybe this will show you like a what if scenario. Like, what if Fortunia was still alive? Maybe it's gonna show a marriage between Fortunia and Geese, potentially. And it's gonna maybe show a dreamlike perfect scenario for Amelia. That's gonna be my guess as to what the trial is gonna be. Or it could be something else entirely. I actually have no clue. Can't wait to find out, though. And I just couldn't resist theory crafting real quick. Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna show up. And honestly, looking at him again, it just makes me sad. Just the way things turned out for him. Aww. Giannis deserved a happy ending. Hmm. I don't think she should say nothing, though. That's cute. What do you think it's gonna offend him? Oh, that's fucking adorable. Hey, at least that was an affectionate hit, though. She is freaking adorable. Speaking of which, I'm actually liking how they're showing around some of the other people, at least living around the area that Emilia used to live in when she was younger too. Just to give us some nice details that we didn't get a few episodes ago. Aww. Like, mm. I just love both of them sitting at sync too. At least this explains why Geese never really made a move on Fortuna way earlier, just going off of this conversation. So I actually do like that. It actually recontextualizes some of the things they showed off a bit earlier on in the series. Well, I wouldn't say early on in the series. I should say early on in Raise Zero Season 2 Part 2, I should say. This would be a bit more specific. Hey, Amelia's a smart girl. And wow, she's a smart woman. I just know when's their curveball going to show up, though? Because I have a feeling that all these happy vibes, they're going to have to dissipate eventually. Oh, hello, Natsuki Subaru. Ah, thank you very much, Natsuki Subaru. I'm thinking now maybe Amelia realizes that there's just a dream fantasy like state. And that's going to be my guess. And maybe that's why she might be tearing up. Because this is. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is definitely what she wishes actually happened. So that's gotta be it. And maybe the trial's gonna be for her to wake up. Oh. Wouldn't be surprised if Ginda shows up at any moment now. Oh, never mind. Guess I was wrong. Actually, they never really showed much of Archie's in the casual moments. So actually, welcome it. Oh. Oh yeah, because she still has that on top of her head. Yeah, but the thing is, though, I don't think she'd want to live here because this present can't really be super ideal, Beal, because, for one, any what's actually occurring. Two, the present itself may be somewhat beautiful, but the thing is, though, she's separated from some of her other friends, like Ram, Subaru. She would have never met Puck. So there'd be downsides to her living there. And I actually like the humbleness of Amelia because She's already an extremely likable person, but I always like that, seeing her strive for more. Oh. Alright, let the release though till wasn't ignored. That's sweet. Hell yeah, seminar blood for yes! And the beautiful thing about this, she already does look like someone admirable. Anything else that Amelia does at this point will just be gravy on top of what she's already done. Oh, hold on a minute, Doji. Part of that stubbornness is what makes Amelia strong herself, though. It's a little bit of stubbornness isn't that bad at all. I'm assuming now she finally passed. Oh, hell yeah. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't reality, but hey, you know what? It's better than nothing. Yo, you look triggered, Kinda. And I hope she continues to disgust her, man. Oh, those salty tears are so fucking beautiful. And don't get me wrong, I still like Maginda, but as you all know, I just naturally love Amelia much more. I mean, thankfully though, those darker moments are interspliced with some beautiful moments in her life too, though, so it ain't all bad, at the very least. Oh, thank you for the info on there, Doji. But thankfully though, she has time though. Once she gets past through these trials, she's gonna have an opportunity to protect others, so it's not such a one-way street relationship anymore. Yo, that mission now that looks good. Especially with the reflection, Wild Fox completely outdid themselves in that specific moment. She may look a lot less like her, but she's gorgeous just like Fortunio regardless, though. And you know something I love about this too? Just the amount of progression when it comes to Amelia's reputation, seeing all the townsfolk praise her too. That's actually something really darn endearing about that when you compare it to how she had rough treatment in season one, so now the great treatment she's getting in season two puts a smile to my face. Huh? Oh, Ryuzu. Oh, looks like. Hmm. Alright. And you know, they're going to need them all unified too because once those rabbits attack, they're going to need to be completely laser focused. So, you know what? I'm liking this build up. But you know, you shouldn't. And you know something I'm liking about this trials too? With Amelia being challenged and discovering herself, that'll actually help her out in the long run too. Oh, that's something that was about to happen. Aw. Oh, hello, Hosafalia Mohammed. She does look like the farthest away from an elder, though, just by her physical appearance. I could see why Amelia wouldn't be so satisfied. She would probably have wanted all that to happen after she goes through all the trials. I just hope she's more on the side of succeeding instead of failing. You know, I actually wouldn't mind seeing a bit of Roswell going up against Rem and Puck for at least a 2 or 3 minute fight scene. I feel like that'd be absolutely glorious to see. Now, I wonder what the trial's gonna do. One of it's gonna show you some kind of like apocalyptic type of future because first trial had to do with the past, second trial with the present. I'm assuming third one's gonna have to do with some kind of like future. That's gonna be my guess. Maybe I'll show her like a worst case scenario. I have no fucking clue. As for Hasafia Mohammed, the episode is fantastic. I thought it was pretty dang great so far. Thank you for the release date info on Boku no Hero animated Oji. But yeah, I thought it was great so far. Even though, yes, I kind of wish the events in this episode would have been spread out a little bit. I would have actually loved to have seen Garfield fight us a little bit longer. I'm just going to make the assumption that they're going to show that in episode 48. So. But other than that, I actually really liked what it did. If I were to rate this episode straight up on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll actually give it a 9.25 out of 10 because we've made a good amount of plot progression. At least Emily got through the second trial, not even an episode, just half an episode. So this episode didn't waste time, and it didn't feel out of place either because it did mention that if Amelia passed the first trial, the second and third trial should be easier in comparison. So Amelia doing it the second trial in half an episode, there was actually build up to that, so it didn't feel out of place. And then in addition to that, I do like, even though yes, we only got a small taste of Elsa versus Garfield, it was absolutely and utterly entertaining. So I also got to give credit to the White Fox animators. That was just absolutely glorious. Seeing Elsa at least get a bit scratched up, even though with all those scratches, she's still smart. I'm like, what's it gonna take to just wipe away that smoke from that woman's face? I'm like, geez. So that's another thing I also appreciate about this episode. Then aside from that, another thing that I also really dig about the episode and that made it pretty memorable from the story standpoint, I do like how, at the very least for this one, it actually tugged on the heartstrings, just showing us what would have happened if everything would have been fine between Fortunia and Geese, seeing how the relationship could have potentially progressed. At least for me, I mean, it does a great job of tugging at the heartstrings. So, like how aside from the episode having some intense action, it even interspliced an emotional moment there too, for good measure. And aside from that, it was finally nice to get to see the people from the village actually root on Amelia for once. That was also pretty darn heartwarming. And that's what I thought the episode packed in a lot of content. And saying that, I do have to preface it though. If the next few episodes go on and then the competition between, say, Garfield and Ursula does get skipped by any chance, it is going to feel super rushed. But at least for now, the pacing is for the most part well. But I'm just getting a little worried that they might start rushing things because, not to say it's an issue, it's been an issue with Re:Zero so far, but it has been an issue with a lot of anime I'm seeing this season so far. Yeah, they played the ED Hasfalia Mohammed. Alright, that's some good news then if they have Elsa versus Garfield, because honestly this season has been making me pretty paranoid. Because some animes like Geki Idol and Adelaide Pride, like they build up these epic idol competitions, they skip these competitions that they build up. And I'm like, what the hell, winter 2021? I mean, you're just skipping everything. So yeah, you're right. I should have more faith in this series, but this season has been making me pretty fucking paranoid though when it comes to anime. Where at least when it comes to most animes, they can't pace themselves to save their life, you know. But hey, at least that's good to know though. All right, well, I can't wait to see your spring 2021 lineup anime, OG. As from a character standpoint, this is actually what I appreciated most about this episode. You see Amelia built up a lot of self-confidence this week. Especially with the way she resolves the trial. And she isn't even affected this time when you see Ikindona actually talk some shit. And you see her actually crying. That was like one of the most satisfying things to see. Especially considering the fact that early in the season she was talking so much shit about Amelia. That was just so damn beautiful. So that's another thing I also like about this episode, seeing Ikendona's self-confidence lower. And then when it comes to Beatrice, even though, yes, Subaru didn't make a lot of progress in that end, I do like how when it comes to Beatrice, she at least opened up the door to allow Subaru to at least slightly change her. Only given the fact that if Subaru would have straight up agreed to be that special person for Beatrice, she would have probably straight up accepted whatever proposal Subaru was going to throw at her. So that's another thing I like about this episode too. And in addition to that, I love the bond that they show up between Petra and Federica. I thought that was something really darn glorious too. And I love Federica's character development when she mentioned straight up that she's got more people to live for. So I love the character development for her. And I love the character development for the townsfolk, seeing them actually root on Amelia. Because literally, I love how they went from talking smack about Amelia in the earlier bits of season 1 to them slowly accepting Subaru, then eventually accepting Amelia. And I love how the process wasn't super quick either. And that was built up over a period of time. And then on top of that, gotta say, aside from the episode doing fantastic from the character standpoint, I absolutely love what it did from a animation standpoint. Because the animation was consistent for the most part. And then the scene where you see Amelia jump into the water looked gorgeous. And the fighting action sequences in the episode looked pretty dang solid too. And on top of that, the vocal performances were great also. Oh, okay, thank you very much, Sophia Mohammed. Whew, that actually reassures me then, because if that's a big mole in the light novel, then that actually excites me more for Re:Zero Season 2, Episode 23. Alright, good. Because I was getting a little bit worried for a second. Alright. Now, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, if they're going to actually elevate the Elsa and Garfield fight, then oh man, my hype meter was already high for the series, but they're going to be exponentially higher knowing that now. As for other elements, of local performances were absolutely amazing, especially the ones from Amelia's voice actress. And if I had to rate the episode overall on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm still gonna stick with the 9.25 out of 10 score. But anyways, right before I go though, oh, okay, that's pretty cool anime, Doji. Hope Boku no Hero Season 5 ends up being fantastic. Now, right before I go, let me just say thank you very much to Natsuki, Subaru, Animated Oji, and Asafia Mohammed. Thank y'all very much for commenting on the live chat, and for everyone else, thank you very much for watching my video. Hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more, because I'm definitely going to be reacting to Way Zero Season 2, Episode 23, whenever that releases. And I hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.